Greetings everyone, and welcome to my first dissection for the new week of SvTFoE. And before I start, I want to mention why I didn't do a promo analysis recap for Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I mean, for example, come on. Since the title specifically said week 2, we were only going to get episode clips from just that. And plus the promo was already giving away the days of which episode was premiering when, so I guess they weren't really trying to hide anything this time. So basically, in other words, I didn't exactly see the point in analyzing something that was pretty much obvious. But instead of looking at that promo, let's look for more of the images that we found from the promo for the rest of the season. So far, according to the episode Mathmagic, we have found approximately one more clip from the last time. Yay! I'm not joking. Oh yeah, and one last thing is what I said in the baby episode analysis video. What King Butterfly had actually said was monster love. All you have to do is just put the captions on and you can see it for yourself.
Star is nowhere near your skill level at her age. She's far beyond it. In fact, I haven't seen anything like this since Queen Eclipsa.
Monster love.
I apologize for it being about 5 days later, but better late than never, I guess. And without further ado, now that we know that, let's go! The episode was of course Mathmagic, and surprisingly, yes, it was a significant episode for the season. They sort of Rick and Morty'd this episode. We ended up talking about the subject of infinite realities. Wasn't expecting that from a show like this, but yeah, they did it. And even though it didn't necessarily seem impactful, this truly proves one major thing. Star's magic can literally disrupt the fabric of time itself. Just one hiccup with her wand and all of heck can break loose. I believe one thing to ask yourself while watching this episode is why exactly did this happen? Okay, never mind, maybe I'm using the wrong terminology. How did this happen? Simple enough, in this episode, Star has to complete a math equation in order for her to escape a time loop. A time loop that she created herself, from what I believe. Don't worry, I'll get back to that later. Compared to the episode The Page Turner, we actually got to see Omnitrax's Prime and how he sounds as well.
I need some answers. I am stuck in a nightmare math class that's repeating itself, but it's like changing too? Like super weird changing.
Okay, what's it keep returning to?
The same stupid math problem.
Oh, well, why don't you just do the math? Omnitraxus Prime has spoken!
Instead of being a plain orb with bad signal. He not only pushes Star into them guts, but explains that she is the only Star that didn't finish the problem. But we have to realize none of this truly began to happen until she casted her spell.
Hey, Star, why did the chicken cross the road?
What?
To ask out the rooster.
Didn't we just go through this?
What?
That joke? You just told me it a minute ago.
The spell must have of course not solved the problem, but warp her into an infinite time loop until she finally did. So yeah, I think Star sorta jinxed herself in this episode, and also it was about simply answering it, which was a big difference, coming from the end of the episode, that is. Apparently she doesn't even need to get the answer correct, she just needed an answer other than something silly. I guess a new power that she has is having the capabilities of trapping someone into a loop until they do the right thing. If you've watched the Doctor Strange movie, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Crap, spoiler alert. If you still haven't watched the movie, I didn't completely ruin it for you. Anywho, and now that we know that Star's magic could actually become the beginning of the end of time, what does this mean for the future of the show? Well, in the end, if you were to compare the classroom images from the beginning and end, you can clearly see that everything stayed the same, and so there's no need to panic. At the end, everyone's wearing the same clothes from before, and Jan is even wearing the same usual hat. So it's true, in the end, everything gets back to normal in case you were all wondering that. But on a serious note, what in particular does this mean for Star's spellcasting in general? We already got a revealment that she has already proved herself to be as powerful as Eclipsa. Sure, it doesn't exactly mean that she's guaranteed to be evil, but there's still a chance of corruption. Let's not forget about the season finale, shall we? Her magic is so advanced that she not only created her very own living tree with a perfect apple, but she dipped down before her mother, casted multiple explosive spells, done things with her spells that many others have probably never even attempted to do, concentrated with some dark magic on the side, and of course right up until this point messed with the concept of time. Well, I hope you all enjoyed just another analysis by The Next Big Thing. It's been a pleasure discussing this with you all, and I can't wait to catch up with another one tomorrow. Peace. Also, one last thing, notice how normal Marco actually was throughout the entire episode. I guess 16 years into the other dimension didn't affect him as much as we thought it would. Or did it?